Alrighty, guys, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. Hope everyone is doing well out there. Glad to have you guys here for another stream. So we are doing ourselves a bit of coverage here this afternoon or this evening, as we do have all hazards of severe weather expected here. We do have a lot of nasty storms starting to kick off here, and we do have, or we did have a confirmed tornado earlier out here by Illinois towards Kappa. Near Carlock, we did have a confirmed tornado out there earlier.
A new tornado warning has been
we
issued.
just got a new tornado warning. Okay, so we actually do now have a confirmed tornado out here in Eastern Illinois, out there by Oakland, Borton. Let's see here, Brockton, Hume, Newman, Redmond, and Rardon. So you guys are now inside of a tornado warning here. We do have a confirmed tornado, which means, in this case, the radar has confirmed the tornado there. So we do have that ongoing here. We hop our way over here to the velocity here. You can kind of see we do have a little bit of rotation out there kind of towards the Oakland area. Once again, the radar has picked up some debris, in which this has now become a radar confirmed. And actually, now that we're looking, we have a new tornado warning out here. Out here towards, not too far from Chicago, actually just southwest of Chicago, including like Ridgewood, Preston Heights, New Lenox, let's see here, Marley, Homer Glen, Aubrey Hills, Frankfort, Lincoln Estates, Frankfort Square. You guys are inside of a tornado warning now out there. We do have ourselves a bit of rotation. You can kind of see right in here, just to the east relatively of Preston Heights, south here of Ridgewood, south of Cherry Hill. So we do have a bit of rotation. Make sure you guys are inside of your safe spot. If you guys have a basement or a storm cellar, make sure that you are there. And if not, go to the central interior portion on the lowest floor of your home. So once again, a tornado warning is in effect here for the areas up towards Chicago, just southwest of Chicago here, out here by Preston Heights, Ridgewood, Cherry Hill, out there by Marley, Aubrey Hills, Frankfort, Lincoln Estates. So heads up to you guys. Make sure y'all are in your safe spot. We do have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings here in effect as well. A lot of these warnings are for potential for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there. And which actually earlier with these storms, we already did have some pretty strong wind gusts reported. We had one out by one here towards Goodfield a little bit ago. 70-mile-per-hour winds were estimated by Goodfield, Illinois here, kind of towards the north central side of the state here. We also did have reports of 73-mile-an-hour winds out there by Allenville, Illinois, just a little bit ago with that severe thunderstorm that's kind of rolling through the region there. So we also do a little bit of damage reported there as well. But what's up, guys? Obviously, welcome everybody. We have Starshine. We have let's see here, Paxton. We have Ink, we have Gavin, we have Lizzie, we have Jazz, we have Nothing, we have, let's see here, of course, everybody else who is here but just not chatting. Hope everyone is doing good. So, and then, of course, we do actually have a winter side to all of this mess here as well. Believe it or not, we actually are seeing a bit of snowfall and whatnot out of the storm system here as well. So if we bring you guys over here to the models real quickly. So obviously we have all that storm activity that's kicking off here, across Illinois and whatnot. So some of these areas are going to be getting hit by that severe weather. And then shortly after, we're going to be getting some snowfall to be rolling through the region here. Literally going from spring to winter in like less than 12 hours, which is just, pretty darn crazy there overall. But anyways, so like I mentioned, we'll definitely be keeping an eye out there for you guys here for a little bit. I just wanted to do a little bit of coverage here because, obviously we have a bit of severe weather going on here. Hopping back to the radar. Hopping back to the radar here. It looks like we're starting to get that little hook developing out here kind of towards, let's see here, out there by Cherry Hill. You can kind of see this little notch right here. So we have a little bit of a hook there. Definitely keep it out there for that. But also, if you look at the storm, you can see we do have that rotation there that is just to the east of Preston Heights, south of Ridgewood, which is just west of New Lenox. So make sure you guys are obviously in your safe spot, well away from windows. Take a look back over at the correlation coefficient. I don't see any debris. Yeah, there's that new scan that just came through here. So the area of rotation is just now south of Cherry Hill, east of Preston Heights, slightly southwest of New Lenox. So, once again, make sure you guys are in your safe spot. We do also have that confirmed tornado out here by, East Central Illinois, out by Brockton area. Brockton, Rardon, Oakland, Borton, Redmond, Hume, and Newman. You guys are inside of that tornado warning there. So you can see from the weather service, confirmed large tornado is located over Oakland or 13 miles northeast of Charleston, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. Damaging tornado radar confirmed. So that means that debris has been detected here. Let's see here. Dusty says, "Hey Andrew, you came on maybe at the right time. First tornado was in my county, but it looked like a dustnado." Gotcha. Yeah, I wanted to go live here as soon as I could. We did have a confirmed tornado out there a little bit ago here towards Kappa and Carlock, Illinois. We do have those reports here. And, of course, now we have this other confirmed tornado here out by Brockton, Oakland, Illinois, in the eastern side. So, we got a little bit of activity starting to kick off here. I'm actually going to go ahead and open up another radar panel here. Let's go ahead and turn that back to one panel here because I do want to get another radar up here and running. Let's try Southern Illinois by Evansville might be a good choice. Sorry, Southern Indiana, not Illinois. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's that storm out by Brockton. You can kind of see where that rotation is there. It's a little bit harder to read because, we are talking like nearly 10,000 feet up, so it's a little bit difficult. Let me try Indianapolis radar. That might be a little bit better of an option here. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that there's just really not much. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see where that rotation was. The unfortunate thing is that, the radars are pretty far away from this storm here, making it a little bit tricky. Making it a little bit more harder to detect and see and everything like that. But anyways. But yeah, so heads up towards Rardon, Oakland, Borton, Brockton, Redmond, Hume, Newman. Make sure you guys are in your safe spots, okay? Once again, if you have a basement, storm cellar, go there. Let's see here. Edgar, Illinois, and Vermilion. We actually now have a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. 70. I think that's for Chicago, right? Hold up. That's 60. Hold on a minute. Let's go ahead and hop back to this program here. See where that's for. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's actually the one next to that tornado warning. That's out there by Danville, Tilton. So this is in eastern Illinois. By Danville, Tilton, Jamaica, not the country, Chrisman, Ridge Farm. Heads up to you guys out there. We gotta get a little bit of a concern for some wind gusts and stuff on that. Plus, there is that tornado possible tag there too. What's up, Crosby? Hope you're doing good. Saying, hey, hello, brother, watching from Indianapolis. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Yeah, so I would keep it out there for Indianapolis. We do have that threat leader today. As this line of storms does roll eastward, it will put you in that risk for severe weather. So for today, actually, Indianapolis area is in that level 2 threat. I don't know if you knew that or not. You got a 5% tornado risk out there, a 15% wind risk, and a 5% hail risk out there. We do have that 10% hatch risk like we were talking about earlier on our morning stream here. So across the yellow areas here, there is that potential, where we could see some significant tornadic activity, potentially. I hate to say it, but, tornadoes could be quite strong, perhaps maybe EF2 or greater. So we'll have to be on the lookout today, for tornadic activity. So, that's kind of what we're watching right now. Like we mentioned, we have 2 active tornado warnings right now. One of them is confirmed, too, here in eastern Illinois, out there by Brockton, Oakland, Borton, Redmond, Rardon, Newman, and Hume. That one is, once again, confirmed. You can see where it says radar confirmed tornado. That means that the radar on correlation coefficient has detected that there overall. So yeah, definitely please be in your shelters, guys. Once again, if you're also in the risk area and you're not getting storms right now, just know where to go if a warning does get issued, because that could be very, very important. You don't want to wait till last minute to to look at where you would go, but just know where to go. And obviously, if a warning gets issued, then run to your safe spot there. All right, hopping back over here to this other tornado warning here. This one's just to the south here, southwest of Chicago, Illinois here. This one's out there by New Lenox. They did cancel it for Cherry Hill, Preston Heights, and Ridgewood. You guys are no longer in that warning. Still need you guys to remain indoors, though. So, yeah, make sure that you guys are, remaining inside, still away from windows because, of course, we do have, still that lightning concern, still probably some gusty winds associated with that. I mean, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning and still in effect after all, so there is going to be that potential out there for, some strong winds there on that storm regardless for those areas. But tornado warning does continue for Marley, Illinois. It's just in northeastern Illinois for Marley, Aubrey Hills, Frankfort, New Lenox, and Homer Glen. If any of those areas ring a bell, that's where we have that tornado warning. So make sure that you guys are in your safe spot. Hopping back to velocity, you can kind of see right now that rotation appears to be kind of towards the Mokina area, towards Marley. Here up in northern, kind of like I said, northeastern Illinois. So if you know anybody out there, once again, give them a heads up, let them know what's going on. Let's see. What about Dayton? Dayton, Ohio's not in much of a concern for today. We do have a little 2% tornado risk out there, but Dayton, Ohio's in the marginal level 1 threat. So, there is a threat for storms, 5% wind threat, 5% hail threat, 2% tornado risk out there. So, all hazards is on the table, but relatively low wind threat. But the good news is that by the time this line of storms does roll eastward, we start to run out of fuel for these storms. The instability starts to run dry. And at that point, we start to, those storms do start to weaken quite a bit overall. So, let's see here. Just got a new weather station set up ready to measure some winds. Gotcha. Yeah, as long as you stay indoors and let that thing do its thing, then we're good. But, yeah, weather stations are definitely pretty neat to have. Okay, so we're getting reports here of 67 mile-an-hour winds out there by North Aurora. This is up in northeastern Illinois, by the way, y'all, just west of Chicago. We are getting reports out. This is in Kane, Illinois, Kane County, Illinois, here 3 miles south of Batavia. How do you say I have no idea how you say that one. Recorded by personal weather station, 67 degrees. 67 mile-an-hour winds. Sorry, y'all. I'm running low in sleep lately. I've been out of it. No, not 67 degrees. 67 mile-an-hour wind gust has been reported out there. So that's that. What's up, Jenny? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Kayla says, "Hey, Andrew, could you please tell me how Shelbyville, Indiana looks? Please and thank you so much." No problem. I got you, my friend. Let me go ahead and bring it up here for you. Let's take a look and see what we got going on here. This is for Shelbyville, Indiana. Okay, so you, my friend, you do have that 5% risk out there for tornadoes. Let's see here. That puts you in a level 2 threat. So 5% chance for a tornado. Within a 25-mile radius of you, there's a 5% chance for a tornado. Within that region, 15% chance for damaging wind gusts here, between 60 to upwards of 70 mile-an-hour winds today. Out of these storms could be quite possible. And then lastly, we do have a 5% chance out there for hail. So we could have a little bit of a hail threat out there too, overall. So, 5% chance out there for hail is what we are looking out there for. So, yeah, main concern is going to be damaging winds following that tornado threat and then the hail threat following along after that. So, all hazards is on the table. It'll be a little bit before we get there. If we hop our way back over here to the models, as we approach towards Indianapolis, according to HRRR, storms will be there roughly, here, times in the top right, relatively late here, anywhere from 7 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. So that would be from 6 Central to 9 Central, roughly, is, when we could expect some of those storms to, to roll out there towards those regions there. So please keep an eye out there for it. We'll definitely, continue to watch it. We'll stream as long as we can here to help you guys out. But yeah, thankfully that hail risk does go down a little bit by the time we get to you. And, obviously you're not in the maximum tornado risk, which is also good. But still need you to be weather aware. Still need you to keep an eye out there for that overall. All right, let's hop back up here to Chicago area. So we do have ourselves that tornado warning that we've been watching here. Like I mentioned, up here in Northeastern Illinois. This is just south of Chicago. This includes Ridgewood, Preston Heights, including Cherry Hill. Or it did include Ridgewood, Cherry Hill, Preston Heights. It's no longer in effect. However, we still do have that tornado warning in effect out there for Marley, including Homer Glen, New Lenox, Aubrey Hills, Frankfort Square, Lincoln Estates, and Frankfort. So, once again, we do have that. And actually, it looks like we're starting to get some reports, too, of hail out by Romeoville. That's actually right next to that radar site. You can kind of see where we did have a lot of pink there on the radar, showing high reflectivity values, DBZ. Which, actually, we apparently got let's see here, emergency manager report of quarter-sized hail with that storm passing, which, is not really anything super significant, of course, but I do need the Chicago area to be in a heads up. Just if you know anybody in Chicago, guys, give them a heads up. I mean, you can kind of see where this is going here. We got this long line of storms that's pushing into the Chicago region. We do now have a severe thunderstorm warning for Chicago. So heads up to my Chicago folks out there. Just make sure you guys are ready to combat that storm there. In which the warning that's in place for the Chicago area here is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So we're looking out there for that. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roof, siding, and trees. See here, so winds up to 60 miles an hour. We do have a quarter-size hail here as well. But we do have a pretty nasty line of storms starting to kind of push through that region, which, like we mentioned here, actually, we do have that report of 67-mile-an-hour winds, actually. I don't even think that was, I wasn't even warned for that area. Yeah, look at that. There was not even a warning for that area, and they got 67-mile-an-hour winds reported out there. That's almost significant winds. I mean, we're talking like nearly 70 miles an hour. That is definitely some pretty strong winds out there. Definitely some pretty strong winds. What's pretty crazy too is that we're going to be having quite a bit of snowfall and stuff like that after the storm system here too, which is a little crazy. Let's see here. You're welcome, Kayla. No problem. I'm glad to help. Chilly here in Colorado. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, we got a little bit of that cold air coming down, which definitely could make things a little bit chilly. All right, let's see here. Okay, good news, guys. They just canceled that tornado warning out there in Eastern Illinois. For the area out by Oakland, Brockton, Newman, Borton, Redmond, Rardon. You guys are no longer in that warning. You guys are good to come out of your shelter. However, we still do have that tornado warning in effect for Marley, Aubrey Hills, Mokina, Frankfort, Lincoln Estates, Frankfort Square, and New Lenox. So heads up to you guys. Let's see here. Is Hamilton, Ohio getting anything bad? Let me see. So there is a little bit of Ohio that's in that risk for today. Let's see here. Hamilton. Okay, yeah, you're kind of right on the edge between that level 1 and that level 2 threat there overall. So with that being said, we definitely do need to keep an eye out there for storms today. Let's see here. You, my friend, have a 2% chance out there for... let's see here. 2% chance out there for tornadoes overall. We do have ourselves a 5% chance right next to that 15% chance for damaging wind gusts, anywhere from 60 maybe to 70 miles an hour overall. So, definitely got to keep an eye out there for that. And then lastly, we do have that 5% hail threat here as well overall. Did they cancel that tornado warning? It looks like they did. Yeah, it looks like they canceled that tornado warning out there by Aubrey Hills area. So if that's the case, that'll make us tornado warning less, which definitely wouldn't wouldn't be too upset about that. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so good news, guys, for the folks out there by Frankfort, south of Chicago, Northeast Illinois, towards Frankfort, Marley, New Lenox, Aubrey Hills, Mokina, Frankfort Square, and Homer Glen. You guys are good to come out of your shelters. I would still stay indoors, though, away from windows, because we do have a pretty nasty, we still do have a pretty nasty, set of storms rolling through overall. But yeah, those tornado warnings now are canceled. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna put our stream thing here on our Instagram, that we can help as many people out. If you guys could help share this, it'd be greatly appreciated. That we can help spread the awareness and whatnot. But let's go ahead and hop our way back over here to the models and stuff. So we got the 21 Zulu model run coming through. So yeah, current time here is 22 Zulu. So here over the next couple of hours, we're going to start to see those storms transition from eastern Illinois into Indiana. They should be entering Indiana roughly right around maybe 6 Central, 7 Eastern, roughly. Take that with a grain of salt, but and possibly towards like Central Indiana, maybe right around 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 Central. Take that like I said, take that lightly, because obviously the models, they ain't perfect. For one, but it's also one run, one model in general. So that is that. So we'll definitely need to keep an eye out there for those regions there overall. Let's see here. We had strong winds yesterday. Thunder, snow, Paxton. Where was that at? Is that in Colorado? I gotcha. Let's see, under wind advisory. Yeah, there's a lot of people that's actually in those wind advisories, because we have such a strong low with this storm system here, that is just really allowing for like we mentioned here, just really allowing for those winds to kick up. That sudden change in pressure, and that rapid change in pressure is allowing for that wind flow to be pretty strong. Let me go and bring up the meso analysis. We'll go and bring this over to you guys real quickly. So if we hop our way up here to, let's see, to the Midwest, you guys can really see that we do have, that low out there by Illinois right now. But yeah, pressure of 994, that's a pretty strong low. But you see these isobars here? You see how tight these lines are together. That's telling us that the pressure is dropping very quickly over a short distance, which that is allowing for those winds to be quite strong. Quite strong there overall. So that low is out there by Illinois. Kind of central Illinois. We do have that line of storms that's developing out here along eastern Illinois overall. And if we do take a look here at the, let's see here, the instability, we have a good, pretty decent amount of instability, about 800 joules per kilogram. Decent amount, not too bad. Yeah, you got a little bit of a curvature to your photograph there, showing that we do have a little bit of that veering wind profile. We were talking about how the winds do, change directions from the north to the northeast with altitude here. Jenny coming in with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate that very, very much. Jenny, thank you seriously for that. Saying thanks for being here. You too, Jenny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, my friend. Y'all, please give Jenny a big thank you. Jenny, thank you for the 20. I really appreciate that. That helps me out a ton. Helps us out a ton here. Thank you, Jenny. I really appreciate that. Big thank you. I really appreciate that. But yeah, big shout out goes to you, Jenny. Thank you once again. I really appreciate you. So once again, everybody, if you know anybody towards Chicago, give them a heads up. Like you mentioned, we do have that line of storms getting ready to roll through the region. I mean, these storms are moving pretty quick, actually. Let's see here. This one's moving east at 50 miles an hour. Let's see here. This one's moving east at 50. There was one that I saw that was moving at 70, wasn't it? This one's moving at 55. This one's moving at 60. 45, 50. Yeah, I did see one that was moving at 70 earlier. You know, we have such strong winds in the atmosphere that, you know, storm motions are going to be pretty quick. Lower level winds, we have those kind of northeasterlies around 45 knots. So that lines up with the models we're suggesting, actually. Our lower level winds are, you know, kind of to the north here, slightly northeast at about 45 knots. And as we go up to right around 20,000 feet or so, roughly, the wind direction changes a little bit more to the northeast here. So as we gain altitude, you know, we are changing our wind direction slightly to the northeast here. Not only are we changing our wind direction with altitude, but we're increasing those wind speeds as we go up as well, which, you know, can create a rotating environment for possible supercells and those storms that develop out there. But I mean, like I mentioned, you know, the conditions, they're just right. I mean, looking at that photograph, you can once again see that there's a little bit of that curvature there, that change in the wind direction with altitude. You know, so we're going up in altitude, and you know the winds are changing directions out there. SKU-T here as well. You know, showing a fair amount of unstable air, especially in the mid-atmosphere. You know, especially in the mid-atmosphere here, we have a pretty good amount of instability for those storms out there. You know, really could promote hail growth. With some pretty high amounts of instability in our lower mid-atmosphere, could definitely provide some hail growth, which is why we do have that 15% risk out there for hail. So that's, something we're looking at too. CAPE, like we mentioned, this is the fuel for storms, 700, which isn't really a whole lot, but it's enough.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we got a new tornado warning for Cook and Will County, Illinois, y'all. This is South Chicago. This is Chicago. Whoa. This is Chicago Heights. Oh, buddy. What is this? Is this two areas here? Looks like we have a little area out there by Sunny Crest and another one by South Chicago Heights. Two areas I would really keep an eye out there for. All right, y'all. Okay, guys, so make sure if you know anybody out here, give them a heads up. Once again, we just got a new tornado warning here for Chicago Heights. Make sure you guys are in your shelters, okay? So heads up to you folks out there. Let me go ahead and tweet this real quickly. We need to get this out to as many people as we can. If you guys, once again, could share this to help spread the word, it would be much appreciated. Let me go ahead and tag this here. There you go. I just tweeted that so that we could just help get the word out there as much as possible. If you guys could help share the stream too, like I mentioned, that'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, so we do have some rotation out there by Sunny Crest. Also want you guys to keep an eye out there for South Chicago Heights area, as definitely we are just watching closely for that. Looking at correlation coefficient, I don't see... I mean, obviously, there's pretty decent rotation here. I don't see anything on CC yet, but that could develop quickly. That could develop literally at any time. So, just make sure that you guys are in your safe spots. Okay. Once again, if you have a basement, a storm cellar, go there. If you do not, go to the central interior portion of your home. Such as a closet, a bathroom on the lowest floor, central interior part of your home. If you do not have a like I said, if you do not have a storm cellar or a basement here. Let's see. What's up, Mark? Hope you're doing good, man. Welcome. Welcome. Let's see here. I saw a photo of a landspout tornado in Berthold, Colorado. When was this? Was this today? Couldn't have been today, was it? Anyways. But yeah. Once again, everybody, heads up. Chicago Heights. We got a tornado warning in effect here. So this includes Chicago Heights. This also goes into northwest Indiana, too, towards Highland, St. John, Cedar Lake, out there by Hammond, south of East Chicago. So heads up there for you guys. Once again, also up in northeastern Illinois towards Beecher. Good now. Let's see here. Crete, I'm not too sure. Willowbrook, Sauk Village, Steger, I think it is, South Chicago Heights, Richton Park, Madison, Chicago Heights, Ford Heights, Glenwood, Holbrook, Flossmoor, Homewood, Country Club Hills, East Hazel Crest, Thornton, University Park, Harvey, South Holland, and what is that? Clomet City. You guys are in that tornado warning. Once again, in your basements or storm cellars if you have them. If not, go to the central interior portion of your home. Once again, away from windows. And of course, now we're starting to see a lot of that activity at this point in time. Kind of transitioning from eastern Illinois, now starting to roll into western Indiana. So we got a lot of that activity starting to go through. We have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings here as well, in effect. Including one that is issued here for 70-mile-per-hour winds out in eastern Illinois towards Tilton area. We do have reports of, we got reports of a semi-truck overturned on I-74 in Oakwood, Illinois. Social media report with photo. Wow, so that's in Oakwood. Apparently we have reports now of a semi-truck that's overturned. We just got a new warning for Terre, or south of Terre Haute. Actually, Terre Haute's inside of that warning now. So heads up to you guys out there for a little bit of gusty winds and whatnot. But yeah, Chicago, like we mentioned here, Chicago needs to be bracing for the storm here. Let's see here. Yeah, guys. Like I mentioned, we'll be kind of doing on and off. I'll be looking at y'all's areas here too. But for now, like I mentioned, we're just gonna keep a close eye on this tornado warning. Since that's kind of the main concern at the moment. Looking back at velocity, looks like that rotation still might be there a little bit, but hopefully that's just turning in the straight line winds overall. But yeah, definitely. I mean, like I mentioned, still need you guys to be in your shelters here. Let's see here. Let me hop over here to max expected hail size here. Yeah, so there's going to be a possibility of a little bit of hail on these guys too. We did have reports of quarter-size hail earlier on that line, but hails right now is kind of the least of the concerns at the moment. The main problem is between that tornado threat and that wind threat overall. So yeah, once again, everybody heads up towards the Chicago area. Once again, we're starting to get that storm. I mean, you can really see, look at this. Look at that line there. Just straight line winds out there. I'm sure that's pretty gusty. In which, Chicago is warned here for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter hail. Then you got South Chicago, which like towards Chicago Heights, where we do have that tornado warning in effect here. All right, let me hop radars here real quickly. I do want to take a look at this one real fast. So, like we mentioned, we are starting to get a lot of that storm activity rolling its way into western Indiana here. Terre Haute, like we mentioned, is now in a severe thunderstorm warning here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter hail. See here. To be honest, it looks like, let me hop back to this other radar here. Yeah, we definitely need you guys to be in your safe spots. Once again, everybody, for the people just joining, we do have a tornado warning in effect here for Chicago Heights up in Northeast Illinois, including Goodenow. I think that's how you say it. Flossmoor, Harvey, Thornton, Linwood, Sauk Village. This goes into Indiana, out there by Highland, Hammond, New Elliott, Griffith, Lake Hill, St. John. So, bit of a heads up there for you all. Yeah, we're getting a lot of reports of winds on this thing too. Yeah, as we approach the evening later on, instability will definitely start to dry up a bit. Which, let me bring up real quickly. Yeah, so if we hop back to the models here and all, you can see, we have a lot of instability over like Illinois, but once we approach, Indiana and whatnot, you can see that instability starts to fade out. We got a pretty good amount in Illinois, rolls into Indiana, and then it just starts fizzling out from there. So, luckily, I think most of the main threat is relatively.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
A lot of the main threat is pretty much going through right now. Which, you can see if we hop back to this view, in that 10% tornado risk that we do have, you can see that we do have the activity mostly on the eastern side of that 10% risk area. So a lot of this is in the clear for the most part, but so most of that significant tornado threat's almost over. But we'll definitely still need to be weather aware out there, as we could still get, once again, tornadoes. All hazards are still possible. Let's see here. Yeah, all that mess is going to roll into central Indiana right around 8 p.m. Eastern, roughly. 9 p.m. Eastern. So that'll be 8 p.m. Central Time, roughly. But then, like I mentioned, we start running out of instability and all. But but then we get that snow on the backside, which that's just wild, man. That's just wild. Oh, we got a new tornado warning here. Oh, buddy. Okay, that's south of Chicago Heights. This is for Sun River Terrace, Hopkins Park, Beaverville. Here, let's hop back over here real quickly to the Lockport radar up here in Illinois. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yep, y'all see that rotation out there by right over Moments. Yeah, right over Moments is where we do have that that rotation. Gotta put on the shades, helps with my eyes. Yeah, so we have that out there by Moments, which this also includes in the warning areas out by Hopkins Park, St. Annie, Beaverville, Lake Village, Schneider, I think it is, up in northwestern Indiana here, up in northeastern Illinois. And at this point in time, Chicago is getting that line of storms there. So once again, if any of you guys know anybody out there by Chicago area, just give your friends, your family, whoever that is out there, give them a heads up. That way they can stay weather aware. But yeah, a lot of that mess is starting to roll into Indiana now. Got about 45 knot lower level winds there still. And about 60, 70 knots mid-level shear. Still got 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts on this one storm out by Westville, Danville, Bismarck, Chrisman, Siddell area. Let's see here. Yep. So heads up to you guys. We got reports of a semi-truck overturned on that storm. We have an extension warning going into Indiana out there towards Williamsport, Covington, Veedersburg, Perrysville. Here soon, though, the good news, guys, is that once this main line of storms rolls through, that is whenever the main threat comes to a close. You know, once that main line of storms does go over you, that's when things start to, calm down. But, I mean, as you can see, I mean, Chicago, you folks are getting hit pretty good out there, by those storms. And then on the backside, you notice how we do have a lot of kind of moderate precipitation out here. So, with that being said, there's still going to be a bit of precipitation, and we're still going to be seeing a bit of rainfall, even after that line rolls through. But, that line of storms, that initial line, is going to be the main concern, because on the backside, that's where we start building back in that stable air, for those storms and whatnot. To clear out those storms and whatnot is what I meant by that. So, yep. So Chicago area is pretty much almost done. Like we mentioned, those storms are moving fairly quickly. I mean, they're not moving that slow. They are moving fairly quickly. So. But once again, we do have 2 tornado warnings in effect, y'all. The first one out there is by the Chicago Heights area, including Glenwood, Linwood, Willowbrook. Let's see here, out there by Beecher, here in Northeast Illinois. In Northwestern Indiana, we have that warning that also goes in for some of those regions like Highland, Hammond, Griffith, New Elliott, Lake Hills, St. John, Cedar Lake. And then south of that, we have another warning out there for Moments, Hopkin Park, St. Anne, Three Rivers Terrace, Beaverville. And then for the northwestern side of Indiana, we have Lake Village and Schneider out there. What's up, ADHD? Hope you're doing good. Welcome. Got some good news, though. They just canceled that tornado warning for Chicago Heights area. So you guys are now good to come out of your shelters. Just remain indoors away from windows, because, we still do have a pretty strong storm out here. But, with that being said, though, the tornado warning has been canceled for you folks. Yeah, Maine, Chicago is still getting a pretty good amount of precipitation and stuff. Would not be surprised if there's a little bit of hail in that too. Radar's estimating nearly about 1/2 of an inch. And, we're not too far from radar side either. Let's see here. We're going to hop down south for a minute. We're going to take a look at southern Indiana. We got a warning out here. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southern Indiana towards, let's see here, Cynthiana. I think that's how you say that. Cynthiana. Hobbs. How do you say that? Do any of you guys know how to pronounce this? Hobstad? Fort Branch, Francisco, Oakland City, Princeton. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Penny says hail out there. Yeah, I have no idea how you say that one, dude. Man, if y'all are new to the channel, that's one thing that you guys are going to know, is that I'm terrible with names. Not just town names, but also people's names and stuff there, too. So, Let's see here. Barry says there is hail. Are you in Chicago? Yeah, I mean, we did get reports of hail out there slightly southwest of Chicago not too long ago. Once that line kind of rolled through. But the line right now is making its way through Chicago. But, yeah, I mean, if you look at the radar here, you can kind of see how we do have a little pocket of heavier reflectivity DBZ out there, which is kind of, suggesting that, either A, we're having a lot of heavy rain, B, we're having, a lot of hail, and more than likely C, we're having a little bit of both, heavy rain and hail kind of mixing together there. So that's that, but it's not enough to be anything classified as severe. All right, let me hop back to Illinois. We'll see what we got going on out here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That is confirmed for Clay, Indiana, Park County, Indiana. That is a confirmed tornado we just saw there. Hold on a minute. Where's that? I think that's up in Northeastern Illinois. Let me pull this up real quickly. Yeah, I was going into Indiana there. Is that it there? By moments? That's radar. Oh, no, it's this one down here. Oh, Terre Haute. Whoa, dude. Dude, they didn't even have a warning. That just went straight confirmed. Oh, buddy. All right, let's hop back to Indianapolis area here. The radar. We do got
a new tornado warning has been issued.
That might be an extension for one of those other ones. Out there by Terre Haute, we do have a tornado warning towards Sealyville, Burnett, Rosedale, Bridgeton, Carbon, Brazil, and Staunton. Might be Stanton. Is it Stanton? Let's see. Weather Spotters confirmed it. Huh. Gotcha. Yeah, there's that new tornado warning up north. Yeah, that one's out there by Williamsport, Attica, and West Lebanon up here in Indiana. You can see we do have a rotation here just slightly to the southeast of Lebanon area. What is northern Ohio looking like? Things will calm down a lot by the time we get to Ohio. It just depends on what side of north. It just depends on what side of North Ohio, because it ranges. It does. Things should calm down though, from what we're dealing with now. By the time that we do reach Ohio, so that's good. But there still is going to be potential for severe weather and whatnot out there. So we'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. Definitely will keep you guys in the loop out there. Yeah, Chicago storms are pretty much almost done here. Yeah, we definitely got hit pretty hard out there towards Chicago, it looks like. We just got a new special marine warning that was issued a little bit ago. I just now noticed for the Southern Lake here. All right, let's hop back to this program. So the tornado warning for Highland, Indiana, Cedar Lake, Indiana. This is 9 minutes until it expires. We have 24 minutes until the tornado warning for Hopkins Park, Illinois, Beaverville, Illinois, Snyder, Indiana expires. So 24 on that one. We have 24 also for the West Lebanon, Attica, Indiana storm here. So in your shelters. Then lastly, we do also have 24 minutes on the one out there by Terre Haute in Brazil. So that one's observed. And these other guys here, these are radar indicated. So radar indicated means that the radar has picked up rotation in the storm. So that's that. And while the confirmed, like I said, the observed in this case was reported by somebody. So somebody did report, the tornado out there. So, yeah, I wouldn't advise biking during a thunderstorm. That's not very, not really a good thing to do. Not really. There's quite the amount of severe thunderstorm warnings, though. Yeah, I mean, some of these are for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. We have one out here by Danville, Indiana, for 70-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. They do have a tour possible on that one. Let's see here. Yeah, we got another warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds out there by Robertson, Chatsworth, Illinois. And actually, we just got a new upgrade to a 70-mile-per-hour wind, severe thunderstorm warning. That's for Terre Haute storm. Dang, dude. It's actually pretty strong. Let's see here. Whoops. I don't know what I did there. Oh. I need to fix my scenes a little bit. They're a little broken. Let's see here. Yeah, so once again, everybody, heads up toward... Oh, we got 70-mile-an-hour winds out there. Estimated, though. Those aren't approximate. Towards North Terre Haute, Burnett, Sealyville, Stanton, Rosedale, Bridgeton, Carbon. Heads up to you guys. We have a confirmed tornado out there. North of that, we have another tornado warning out here by Williamsport, including West Lebanon, Attica. The radar indicated threat. They did just cancel that tornado warning for Highland, Griffith, St. John, Cedar Lake area up in northwestern Indiana. That's no longer in effect. Then we have Williamsport, Attica, West Lebanon. So, heads up to you guys out there. Just make sure you guys are in your safe spot. Once again, if you have a basement, storm cellar, go there. If you do not, go to the central interior portion of your home. On the lowest floor. Such as a bathroom or a closet would be a good place to go overall for that. Okay, hopping back to models here.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Oh. Where's that at? Oops.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Jazz, that probably is a watch. Let's see here. Whenever that gets issued, I'll pull it up here. Looks like that includes Indiana and maybe a bit of Michigan even. Let's see here. Watches.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Yep, Jazz, there it is. That includes a pretty good chunk of Indiana and also Michigan out there. Let's see. Yeah, they had I think they had a mesoscale discussion a little bit ago on that. Let's see. Yeah, whenever that becomes available, I'll pull it up for you guys. But like we mentioned earlier in our forecast, once this main tornado threat is over with, the main concern, while tornadoes are still going to be quite possible, the main concern is going to really kind of shift from that main tornadic threat to good potential out there for damaging winds and whatnot. But what's up, Tang? Hope you're doing good. Oh, there it is. There's that new watch. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bring that up for you guys. Actually, I'll bring it down here. Yeah, so there's that new watch out there. Includes a lot of central eastern Indiana, south central, southwestern Michigan, western Ohio, and actually a little bit of north central Kentucky is in that risk out there as well. So heads up to y'all. What's going on there? Sorry for the USB noises. Yeah, we're getting a lot of really strong non-thunderstorm winds behind that system. Y'all see that 40, 50, 60 mile an hour winds out there? Like western Kentucky, southern Illinois, southeastern Missouri. Yeah, storms are heading to the Indianapolis area. They'll be out there relatively soon, within the next couple of hours there. So, like I said, mentioned earlier, like I said, just make sure you guys know where to go if a warning gets issued. Got good news that one tornado warning just got replaced and downgraded to a radar indicated threat. Tornado warning for Burnett, Bridgeton, and Carbon, Indiana. North of that, we have Williamsport, Attica, West Lebanon. Another tornado warning out here. And a little bit of, let's see here, northwestern Indiana towards Schneider, Lake Village area. Northeast Illinois out there by Hopkins Park and Beaverville. So those areas are in that warning. Am I going to be in that watch? I don't know where you're at, man. Yeah, I don't remember where everybody's at because there's hundreds and hundreds of people, if not thousands of people that come in and out of here. I can't remember all of y'all's area. So, but like we mentioned though, just a minute ago, this is where that watch does include, which it does include, central eastern Indiana, kind of south central southwestern Michigan here, a little bit of, like I mentioned, far western Ohio. And, even a little bit of north central Kentucky. You're in Wayne County, Michigan? I don't know. Let me look. You said Wayne County, Michigan. No, you are not in that watch. No, that watch is west of you.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Oh, but that's going to be west of you. Did they cancel that one warning? Hold up. Good. All right, y'all. So that tornado warning for Lake Village, Schneider, in northwestern Indiana, that is now canceled. We still do have that tornado warning out there by Beaverville and Hopkins Park. So heads up there for you guys. Heads up, heads up. So yeah, that just leaves us with those two tornado warnings here. Both of these guys are in Indiana, western Indiana. So for the Bridgeton, Carbon, and Burnett area, We do have a tornado warning in effect out here for radar indicated threat. So radar's picked up some rotation, which honestly looks like a lot of straight line winds here. So that's there. Then, of course, we have another tornado warning out there north of that towards Attica, Williamsport, here in kind of the west central side of Indiana here, too. Which, yeah, once again, Attica and Williamsport area. That's where that includes. So here, Indiana always seems to get it. Yeah, Indiana does get hit pretty heavy, especially with that big severe weather event we just had last week, you know. We had quite that storm that rolled through Friday, Saturday. Whew, excuse me. Sorry. Your boy's a little tired, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit tired, man. My sleep's been a little messed up lately. Let's see here. Yeah. To be fair, guys, I probably am going to roll off here for now. I hate to do that to you, but I do got some things I got to go do today, and plus I'm a little bit tired and stuff. But, you know, I'd love to be here throughout the rest of this event, but I just wanted to hop on here for a little bit with you guys. A little over an hour. But like I mentioned, though, from here on out, you know, while there still is that threat for tornadic activity, that threat is lowering a little bit. So, you know, because we're kind of going from that, you know, somewhat semi-discrete mode to now kind of linear mode here of storms overall. Try coffee. Swear by. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate it, Mark. You know, I just have some of those days, man. You know, I just haven't been getting much sleep lately and just out of it. But alrighty, folks, we'll do another update tomorrow. So tomorrow, thankfully, things calm down, but we are still watching Sunday. Let me bring up SPC real quickly. So if we go over to the day 5 outlook here for Sunday, we do have that 15% risk out there for severe weather for like Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi. So we'll be keeping an eye out there for those areas on Sunday. But all right, everybody, thank you all for joining. I appreciate y'all. Once again, a big thank you does go to Jenny for the support earlier. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, Jenny. If you guys could leave a like, hit that subscribe button on the way out if you haven't already. It'd be greatly appreciated. But anyways, folks, like I said, sorry to cut this a little early. Like I mentioned, there's just you know, things I got to go do. I got to get done, and plus I'm just, you know, like kind of out of it. But all right, everybody, thank you so much for joining. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stream's going to head off here in approximately 1 minute, so go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. And all right, everybody, thank you so much for joining. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow for another update. All right, everybody, thanks for joining. See y'all tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. Catch y'all in the next one.